Leo, welcome in, my Leos. Welcome back to Rico Knows. We're about to do a quick reading for our Rico Nosers, our Leos, and find out what you guys need to know for the Mercury shadow phase, because now Mercury is now direct. I ask that if you guys are my regular subscribers, that you welcome in and like the video if it resonates with you continuously. And for my new subscribers, I hope that you guys find a home here. Now, without further ado, let's get into the reading for our Leos. I've already cleansed the space, and I ask that Spirit continues to give us the thing that we need to know for our highest good, so that way we can continue to grow, because that's what we're here to do. Now, I would ask you guys how you guys are doing, but we're about to find out, so let's get into it. Thank you so much, Spirit, for our Leos. Please let us know what we need to know. First thing that came out for you guys is heartache and loss. Okay, so we're instantly seeing the energy that you guys are learning to leave behind here with this Mercury retrograde that happened. I feel like someone here really went through a lot of like the dark night of the soul. Now, when I say dark night of the soul, this means like the parts of you that you recognize that might needed to have grown a little bit. Yeah, we also have here, boom, we have crown chakra. Okay, so you definitely went through the dark night of the soul. This was learning how to grow and what you needed to be aware of to have some type of growth. So look, I'm gonna show you guys this. The things that you grew, like you needed to grow, and also the things that you knew were definitely conflicting with each other. So this could be like, okay, this could be like, let's say for instance, Leo, you had become accustomed to a certain way of living, right? And then it was like, you recognize that even though you were doing the things that you were comfortable with doing, you recognize that you were feeling like a little bit different. So you weren't feeling the same emotional satisfaction. So this could be like a Leo who you're used to being by yourself. You're used to dealing with things alone because emotional withdrawal is here. So you're not really emotionally available. Now, you were having a struggle with, balancing out like the things that you knew that you wanted to grow. So like, let's say for instance, you're a Leo who's doing like a relationship. A relationship is like the easiest example. You wanted a relationship. You felt like the relationship is something that you would need to help you cultivate and to help you feel supported and to feel like it would help you to move forward in life. But at the same time, you were aware that in the past you could deal with your relationships in a toxic way. So it's like the relationship is toxic to you because in the past you had relationships where you cling to that person, or they weren't healthy for you, or they really weren't giving you what it was that you needed to really grow. So you were mentally conflicted between, okay, well, I do want a relationship, I do want to start something new, I do want support, but also I'm more comfortable being by myself, or I'm more comfortable with the way that things are set up now. It could be like you dealing with a new partner, but also having roommates. Your roommates are comfortable to you, so you like living with them, but your lease is about to come up, and you recognize that you have somebody else who you could actually no longer be roommating with, but you want to like live with in general. So it's not that you wouldn't have a home, you get what I'm saying? But it's like, do you want to stay with where you were living before, or do you want to try something new? And so I feel like this was giving you a lot of mental conflict, Leo. So in the next 2 weeks of this phase, I feel like I'm talking to a Leo who is going to be really analyzing where their fears come from and where their pain and their loss is coming from. This could be inner child wounds, and you're recognizing how to heal yourself with your crown chakra. And that's why I feel like you have so many ones here, because you're going to be learning how to elevate yourself. I do also want to show you all the cards that came out. So with heartache and loss, that's a 3. You have mental conflict, which is 2. We're adding, that's 3 plus 2 is 7. And then you have 1 awareness, and you have 1 prosperity. So 3 plus 2 is 5, plus another 2 is 7, and that's what's going to give you this crown chakra alignment. So Leo, you guys are still putting the bricks together, the building blocks together to get your life to exactly where you want it to be, where you're in tune with spirit. Okay, I feel like this is more so like I'm talking to a Leo who is not really aware of what's happening to them in their spiritual life. So you're someone who is more practical. You're someone who goes based off of what you know and what makes sense to you, Leo, and that's nothing wrong with that. I feel like Leos, of all the fire signs, you guys are the ones to be more practical. I feel like Sagittarius are the ones to take more leaps of faith, and Aries are the ones to just kind of burn through a whole bunch of karma. Aries will attack something head on and think about the consequences later, so it's not really logical. It's more so emotional, right? So I'm talking to a Leo right now who definitely is understanding where their shadow side was and what they need to complete for themselves, because you are experiencing some type of mental conflict. But this is about the things that you love and the things that you generally care for. Because I feel like I'm talking to a Leo who, in the retrograde, you noticed how much the people who you cared about were taking from you. I feel like you recognize that with you giving them all this like love and concern and care, you were really leaving yourself out. And then also it was giving you a place of safety where you felt like you didn't want to change. So here you have deception and envy, because you don't want to change. You're kind of stuck in your ways. The people around you are still stuck in their ways as well, because they're depending on you to give them this energy, and you're recognizing that maybe I want something more for myself. So you're looking at all the possibilities that your life could be in these next 2 weeks. So here you have deception and envy also here, but it's not because you're deceptive or because you're envying anybody else, but you're recognizing that other people might have a little bit of a more freer lifestyle than you do. And you're recognizing that the only reason your freedom isn't as where you want it to be is because you're burdened by the people that you love. Ooh. Okay, Leo. So destiny is here because you're going to be using your power, but more so you're going to be tapping into your own energy. I feel like I'm talking to a Leo who right now needs to like really recognize that you are made to be greater, right? Because I want to show you guys again how we're at 7, and then when they added destiny, which is also 1, so 10 plus 0 is 1. I'm someone here is learning numerology, Leo, but it gives you 8. It gives you your power back. It gives you the opportunity to look back at the things that you've went through, the memories in the past, and find strength from them. Because I feel like I'm talking to a Leo who is looking at the things that they've been through as shackles. And these are not things that are keeping you behind, Leo. This is what's conflicting you. You're feeling like what actually is meant to make you stronger is keeping you behind. So, okay. I guess I'm talking to a Leo who right now needs to look at things from a different point of view and also figure out a new action plan, because look, you're holding on too many things. Spirit wants you now to get rid of the mental conflict so that way you can have victory and success. So, okay, I'm going to right now take off mental conflict from the board so I can look at what you have all together. So we have heartache and loss. We have crown chakra. So heartache and loss, you're recognizing a part of yourself that had to heal from past relationships. Okay, now it was more than just recognizing what you had to heal from in past relationships. It's recognizing what about these people attracted you to them in the first place. Because I feel like I'm talking to a Leo who was dealing with relationships that these people were never your equal. And I feel like I'm talking to a Leo who is such a problem solver. You're someone who always gives your best foot to other people. Like, if a person can't run, you'll pick them up because you don't want them to be left behind. And because you're so caring, it's like you ended up taking on the karma of other people. And into a sense, you became like Batman, where you became a martyr for the people who were suffering, right? So I feel like I'm talking to a Leo also who is really humble, because I feel like even when these people were suffering, you didn't want to look at them as if they were less than you. You didn't want to be judgmental. You felt like you saw a part of yourself that needed help when you were younger or when you were going through something, and you wanted to give them that help that they needed. But Spirit is saying that also, because I took out mental conflict from off this board, we have crown chakra and prosperity begins. You, during this last retrograde, had to recognize who you were. Crown chakra, what you bring to people, what your purpose was, and why things hadn't been working out for you in the way that you expected them to. It's because you still were trying to help other people grow their own plans and not really helping yourself. So this is like a person who you join partnerships helping them. You're not joining partnerships where people were needing to help you. So it's like you were someone who doesn't tell too much about what you're going through. You kind of go through things by yourself. You don't really speak on what's going on because you believe that you will make it out, which you do. However, these people who are in your life, they could have actually helped you. But because you were trying to be Captain Save, you know what, you were busy giving all of your energy to these people, and when you came back to your own garden, you recognized that your garden needed some water. Your garden also hadn't been fed in the way. So, I'm taking out this mental conflict now, because we pull it off the field, and destiny now is in play. Because destiny happens when we are putting towards effort and our intentions into our own empowerment, into our own betterment, into pleasing the God that is within us. So the God within you has been asking you to use your talents for your own help, for your own betterment, for you to have new experiences. That's why I feel like the apple is here, because I feel like someone here was picking the apples off of trees that were at the bottom. You weren't climbing, you weren't reaching higher than you could. You saw something, you were like, oh, you know what? I can make this better. Spirit is saying, hey, they don't want you to make anything else better. They want you to be better. They want you to find a partner who also is better. Funny, you, Leo, and Cancer are the only two that have actually brought in other people into your reading since Mercury retrograde. Everybody else has been about themselves. But you, Leo, are opening your heart now to something that is equal of value to you, not lesser than. I don't see this being a quick study, though. I don't see this being something that happens very quickly. So the month of June could also be very important for you because 6 is here. 6 is here because by June, you'll be able to be more open. I feel like you're still going through this healing process, and this time limit is happening for you as of right now, because by June, in the next 2 weeks, you guys, oh, well, this is what the prediction is, right? 2 weeks. Look at me just talking. So in the next 2 weeks, June will really show you a lot more, and it will help you to be a little bit better at, trusting your intuition, going after your desires, feeling pleasure again. Because I feel like I'm talking to Leo who's kind of disciplining yourself. You're kind of pulling yourself away and really going through a dark night of the soul. I keep saying it over and over again, but look at you, going through the deepest parts of yourself to recognize what needed to be healed. Someone could have triggered this for you as well, Leo. But we're still only on the first deck. So let's go ahead and get into some more, because I feel like right now I'm talking to a Leo who your heart chakra is definitely being healed right now. You're actually learning how to balance your chakras. So someone here could be doing a lot more like meditation or just time to themselves to really figure out what it is that they're missing. Because like I said, you were hurting. You were really hurting. Look at here. The heart chakra and spiritual strength. You're learning how to harness your own energy. You're learning how to really depend on just you. And as you continue to have this harmony, look at this. As you continue to grow your own heart center, your heart space, you will experience harmony, lifetime partnership, the correct building blocks. And this is what I was just talking about. But it takes you to have a little bit of faith on yourself, Leo. So let's get out of this, because look, you're transforming right now. You're transforming. You're elevating, you're healing. That's what's happening to you right now in these next 2 weeks, because 4 and 4 is here. But it tests you to trust your intuition. There's so many cards on the deck. I'm just going to leave the ones that tell me that they want to stay out. Okay. Destiny still wants to stay here for you. So that's really amazing. Once again, I want to tell you, Leo, that we're taking the mental conflict out of this, and we're going to be putting it more out in our faces. So let's get into the tarot. You guys, today I'm using the Gilded Tarot deck, and I love that it's been so clear for me. I haven't used it in a while. Let's go ahead and see what else Leo needs to know from the tarot. Thank you so much, Spirit. Hey. Thank you so much, Spirit. What do you want our Leos to know moving forward? They just gave me the entire stack that they wanted. Boom. So first of all, they want to impress on you that this is your new beginning. This is the new way that you're supposed to be taking the leap of faith on. But let's see what they're talking about. Okay. So first we have the 6 of Wands. This is the travel. 4 of Cups, to the things that you ask for, the things that you divinely want to happen for you. We have the 7 of Pentacles as well. This is the wait. This is the patience. The 9 of Swords is feeling like, damn, everything is not happening for me in the way that I wanted to. And then we also have here the Strength card, because you're going to be what? Back into that Leo energy. Look at how you ended up as yourself through all of this that you're about to go through. So the tarot, once again, is just talking about all the things that this journey had contained so far. This is about you sitting down, you asking the spirit guides, like, hey, I'm going to stay in one place right now, and I want you guys to really show me what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. And it's like, you're not getting an answer for the longest, so it's starting to cause you to, like, feel like, damn, maybe my connection with the divine isn't as strong. But the whole time, the divine has been doing things for you, but you weren't open to it because you were looking for something else, right? Now, I feel like in this feeling of 8 of Swords, where you didn't know, but you're not really bound. You just believe that you're bound, right? And so you're going through this heartache. You're going through all these things. You believe that you cannot make any steps, Leo. And then you realize, oh my gosh, what if I have been looking at things in the wrong way? So then you go back and you think about all the people who you've been dealing with, like before you went through this little cycle of like looking at yourself. I feel like you also could have someone who is evil eyeing you. This is a little sidetrack. You might have had an ex who was really upset that you no longer deal with them. They could be sending black magic towards you, or like you really just putting an evil eye around you. So I feel like I'm talking to a Leo who also needs to have some type of protection around themselves. If this is you, please make sure that you message me. I can give you a good protection that will really work for you. I'm only charging like $25 for it at this time, so that could be a really good thing for you. Now, anyway, outside of that, you have someone who is evil eyeing you, who wants you to feel blocked, who doesn't want you to move on, who does not want you to experience new love. This is showing up here in your energy, Leo. So, definitely, yeah, you need to address that. Aside from that, because we're not going to give them any more power, you also met some new people in your life, Leo, who, I feel like you lost a lot of friends. I feel like you left a lot of people in the background, but then I feel like you also had some new people show up to you, but you felt like you had to sacrifice a new connection because you were still waiting for what the divine had to say to you. And the whole time the divine sent you this new connection so that way you'd be able to build. Now, you're sitting here looking at it, but I don't feel like you're really ready for it, Leo, for this new beginning, because it's still right here. And the reason you're not ready for it is because of this. You're still feeling like you don't deserve it, or you're still feeling beaten up, or you're still feeling like you're coming out from the wayside, or you're still holding on to the other people. Remember, we talked about all these people that you were holding on to that you hadn't let go of. They're still here in the background. You're still keeping them on your shoulder when Spirit really wants you to just anchor yourself with your new beginning. Y'all see that? Spirit wants you to take a leap of faith for yourself and your own intentions and leave behind these people who have been here way longer. They can't even move their wands anymore. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. But what you can do is take yourself and teach yourself something new. Spirit is encouraging you to be that person right now. You're showing up in your own energy here. The King of Wands is a ruler of himself. Okay? And that Spirit is really pushing you to be, because right now you're here, hurt. And Spirit is saying, hey, justice would be you learning to let this go. To be emotionally open again, because someone here has cut off their heart because of what the past has done to them, has shown them. Because Spirit really wants you to commit to letting go of this hurt, because it's like in all your relationships, you allow people to come in and negotiate with you. Okay, well, this is what I'm willing to give you, and you in your heart know that you want more than what this person is giving you. But because you're like, okay, well, I feel like they're trying and they want to and they want to give me their best intention, you take it. But in your heart, you know you deserve more. Now, let me tell you something about settling. This is something that me as your reader, that's why being on my channel is helpful, because I'm able to speak from my own understanding. One thing that I noticed about myself, you guys, was that I was someone that I would allow people to come into my life and only do their bare minimum. And I wouldn't push them to do more because I knew I already had myself taken care of. But because I was so giving to other people, and because I overcompensated for where other people were willing to meet me, I ended up having my reserve being less than. This is like this bottle of lotion, right? I got lotion for myself for days. I'm not going to be ashy. But I come around and I see other people who ashy, but they might be ashy, but they also might have some water. I could have been thirsty. Not really thirsty, though, because I had my own water, but I wanted their water because, well, that's what they had to offer me. It's not something that I need. It's something I already have. But because of the fact that they're offering me water, I'm like, okay, well, maybe I could save my water for next time, forgetting that I knew where to go get water from whenever I was thirsty. Right? But because I want to help this person, they only got water, and I got this lotion, and I got the best lotion in the world. Lotion comes very hard to come by. But because they got water, I want to help them, because they ain't never had lotion before. Now here go this person, they shiny, they brand new. This person has used your energy and your resources, and now they're looking amazing. They're glamorous. And guess what? Now, they're not trying to build back for you. They're not interested in you and the lotion that they gave you. They're only interested in the effects of that lotion. Now they're using that lotion to use their new skin to attract somebody else. And so I feel like I'm talking to a Leo who could also been dealing with a lot of third-party situations, or feeling like maybe you weren't meant to be in a single relationship or monogamous relationship because you constantly felt like the person who you were with, you were still looking at other people. You know why you're looking at other people? Because they only had water, and you already had water, and you had lotion. Now guess what? You looking at this person like, damn, you really don't give me nothing in my life to be better. But you should have seen that in the first place, Leo. And that's where you're at right here with this crown chakra and this awareness. You're becoming aware that, yo, I already have these things. So I really don't need this other person. And it sucks to say like, oh, well, you need to use people. But the truth is, in all our connections, we have to get something in our connections, whether that be advice, whether that be love, whether that be quality time, whether that be intimacy, whether that be ideas, whether that be support. Everything and every relationship that we have should be beneficial to you. If you're receiving negativity from a relationship, you don't need to be there. If you feel like people are only tolerating you, you don't need to be there. You know why? Because these people are ciphering from you. They're not giving to you. Leo, this is a really good message. I love it. I got goosebumps for real. Because I'm talking to a Leo now who's understanding like, damn, it's not that I'm being judgmental. It's not that I'm judging people for what they have or who they are. It's the fact that I recognize I deserve more so that I can give more. You don't need someone who's going to give you more of what you have. You need someone who's going to help you with the things that you're weak, okay? Where the things that you need to grow from. You need examples around you who are going to be able to influence you to grow, to be better. Leo, this is amazing because you're going to open up your heart space. And I don't know who you're going to end up dealing with next once you finish doing all this practicality, because I don't see you moving on, like I said, until about June, July, really. However, I see here for you, Leo, that in these next 2 weeks, you're going to be opening up your heart chakra again. You're going to be learning how to not just speak and sound good, but really trust what you're saying and really trust the people around you, because I don't feel like you ever trusted nobody before. Do you guys have anything else that you want to say to me with the tarot before I go on from these Leos and give them their advice? Boom. Okay. Last one. Empress. And of course, the Empress comes out here because, hello, when you take away the mental conflict of why you keep getting into these relationships that are draining, and why you feel like you always have to carry on somebody's burden. This could be family. This could be like, oh yeah, I gotta be around my family. Knowing good and well that your family is the same reason for why you're unsuccessful. When you figure out to do something for yourself, your family is the reason that you're unsuccessful. They come in, they interrupt, they talk too much, they hurt other people's feelings. Now you're patching up things that you never did in the first place. This is so much of you turning the wheel for other people and forgetting about yourself. But the Empress, she ain't finna do that no more. Yes, you're abundant. Yes, you're capable. Yes, you've been able to do all these things. But you're gonna figure out who's stopping you. All right now. So that's what I have for the Leo, because I see you here, Hermit, figuring it out on your own. Trusting in your own faith and starting a new beginning, because you're going to let go. Somebody here is going to let go and begin stability for themselves, because you keep on people pleasing. This people pleasing has gone too far. It allows too many people into your energy, too many evil eyes, too many people who want to bring you down. Y'all, call me for this spiritual cleansing. You need it. Now, what else for our Leos, please? What's the guidance for our Leos? Thank you so much. Release jealousy is the first thing that came out. Funny that release jealousy is here, because this is literally them telling you to release these people. These people who are watching you, who make you feel like as if you owe it to them to do something for them, that you owe it to them, like almost like you being successful is supposed to help them. This sounds like some family. Like, oh yeah, this is like the equivalent to nobody being with you in the gym, and 222 was on the clock when I was saying that. This is equivalent to somebody not being there in the gym with you, but then when you rich and famous, oh, here they come. If you seen Creed 3, this is giving me that energy. Like, oh yeah, oh, you took everything. Deservingness. Oh, you took everything that was supposed to be for me. Nah, Leo, you the one doing the work. All right now. Successful funding is also here. It says your idea is being guided by the divine and supported at this moment with the infinite wisdom for you to be able to allow money concerns to leave you alone and don't allow them to crowd your view. It says partnerships and other investments are here to help you. Y'all see that? Partnerships are here to help you. All right. So you are deserving of this new beginning, Leo. I'm not about to keep putting my foot on your neck, because I feel like you guys are going through so much already, getting through this mental confliction that was going on. Do you have anything else to say to them, Spirit, before I end this? Yeah, savings. Learning how to save your time, your energy, your finances for yourself. Let go of these people, Leo. I can't wait to see y'all again, because I see here exercise is also here for you. I feel like spirit, more than exercise, it's more about occupying your time. If you're exercising, you're gonna be less talking to people, less listening to their problems, and more focusing on yourself, because someone here needs to do a lot of meditation and speak life into themselves, because, you know, God is your source. You might not talk to them enough. Spirit wants you to talk to them more, because you've been talking to the wrong people. All right, and these people are the same ones that are evil eyeing you. So it's like, once you stop letting people ride your coattails and feeling better because you're associated with them, you'll realize that, damn, I need people who are on my level. And you might meet them when you're doing, you know, working out at the gym. You might meet them when you're eating healthy at the place that you go to eat healthy, whatever. But Leo, you about to experience a new type of life. Successful funding as you hit your crown chakra and you really learn how to clear your space. Now, if this resonated, please make sure you guys like, and I'll see you guys again. Thank you so much for joining Rico Knows. Peace.